Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you going to back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm going to do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
The best in the world, CM Punk. Ready to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
CM Punk has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
CM Punk looks ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop-ass is about to be opened up in that ring. This is it. No holds barred. between CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Talk about hard-headed competitors who insist on playing by their own rules. Austin and Punk would be a tag team made in heaven if either of them could stand working with somebody else.
But sometimes it's similarities like that which breed the most contempt. At last, these two Hellraisers get a chance to see who the biggest rebel in all of WWE is. Turns that back on CM Punk. Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
Can Austin weather this storm, guys?
Punk has Austin right where he wants him and is not letting up.
Clearly hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring.
Here we go. I don't think he's setting up to do autographs.
Chop block turns the tide on their offense.
Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing...
Oh, and that's what you get for disrespecting your opponent.
Change of plans, a hit to the stomach.
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
And shoulders down, this might do it. He's able to kick out before two.
It's not over yet. Plenty left to go in this one.
Ouch. What's up?
Could it be? Yes! Austin has the submission applied.
Punk in a bad spot here. Kenny, yes, he's free.
Ferocious power slam.
He's headed out to the ringside area. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
I have to credit the table with the massive assist there. Really added even more damage to an already dead... Well, that should teach him to not celebrate before the match is even over.
When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win.
And what's he looking for here?
You know, I've always been curious about the versatility of shovels.
Setting up the table here. Who knows what he has planned?
Beating down with a shovel, straight pummeling them with it.
Crack! That shovel is still echoing from that. Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. Oh, man, you felt that.
letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some. This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous. Will he get on with it already? This is a fight. Broken up with a fist to the face. Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Drops his opponent with a massive line.
Good God almighty, that could end it all right here. Taking a beating from a shovel.
My God, guys, Punk's got Austin at his limit. The rattlesnake is in deep trouble.
This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this. Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already. Coming down hard with that shovel. Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need one or two moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
Good God almighty, that could end it all right here.
Oh, that shovel hitting hard.
The rattlesnake is square in CM Punk's sights.
CM Punk now looking to finish the job here with a
bang, go to sleep.
Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
Bringing this back into the ring.
He knows it's hard not to stand tall when you're the one with the shovel in your hand. That should strike fear in your opponent.
He's setting this table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night.
And CM Punk is in control.
CM Punk somehow managing to exceed Stone Cold's intensity.
He saw that one coming.
Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era.
Kick, wow!
Stunner from Stone Cold!
CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
Not even a 2 count. What unbelievable power.
How do you even do that? Kicking out at one after a move like that?
And you've got to wonder if desperation starts to kick in for Stone Cold or if he stays the course.
These two Hellraisers are blowing the roof off this place.
And the WWE Universe is loving every second of it. Punk and Austin showing no... Austin gets out of the way.
Oh, no, he can be caught here. Bad spot for him.
Submission locked in tight. He's got to find a way out of this.
I'm sure he's trying, but as you just said, Cole, that hold is locked in tight.
He's forced to tap out. No other choice.
Here is your winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Okay, wala pala. American.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant, anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man? Bell to bell.
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match. Of all things, a shovel has been introduced into the action.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
CM Punk somehow managing to exceed Stone Cold's intensity.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Over a decade ago, these two men sat together for a very intense confrontation. During that interview, CM Punk claimed he would have thrived during Steve Austin's era, just as he did today.
Punk also claimed that there were more sharks in the water during the Attitude Era than during Punk's heyday. Now, I take some umbrage to that since I was in the water during that era, but I get where Punk is coming from. Punk is a man who rises to the level of the competition. He's risen to it when facing the likes of John Cena and The Rock, and he can do so when facing another Mount Rushmore talent like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold the runaround.
Oh!
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he knows how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE. The crowd is behind Austin, and he knows it.
Moves from the ring to the outside. Oh, man. Clocked with that shovel.
And averting damage there.
Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk has often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though.
Chop block.
Sending him careening through the table. Nothing but carnage and wood fragments are left.
Austin with some agility.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need one or two moves to beat him. As for the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes, but to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena, is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
The Russian leg sweep. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the words of the Rattlesnake. When you're in the ring against Austin, you have to be at your best, and CM Punk will certainly need to compete at his highest level to date in order to secure a win. Beating down with a shovel, straight pummeling them with it.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action. Holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be permanent damage being done right now.
Hammered away with the right hand.
Stone Cold showing Punk just how mean he can be.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the Rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting Rattlesnake. The Rattlesnake is square in CM Punk's sights.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Down with a GTS. That could be Austin's demise. Jaw-shattering stunner.
He just suffered the ultimate humiliation as a competitor.
Cover. No way.
Proving he can survive his own best shot. What toughness.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count. Something we've just...
The cover for the win.
No, stops the count at 2.
Somehow he's managed to get that shoulder up in the nick of time. Gets out of dodge.
Huge kick connects. And Stone Cold can't find a way off the blocks.
Punk has Austin right... Oh, we know what's coming.
Uh-oh. It retaliates with a counter.
These two Hellraisers are blowing the roof off this place.
And the WWE Universe is loving every second of it. Punk and Austin showing no signs of slowing. My word, that's not how you should use a shovel.
You have to question his sanity swinging that shovel around like that.
Vamos, Austin, vamos.
Get this back into the ring now.
Wow, that was a stiff shot with the shovel.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk laying into Austin with a chain of hits. So much disdain with each of these shots. Something about this is starting to feel way more personal.
Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet me. Nails the GTS.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
There's 2.
It's all over. CM Punk has beaten Steve Austin.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk, the best in the world, has stomped the Texas Rattlesnake.
But Austin did not go quietly. This was a no-holds-barred battle to remember. An iconic throwdown between two unruly troublemakers.
And we loved every second of it. Congratulations to CM Punk.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope. Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva lo Aso, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk. squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino Heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight.
Oh, he timed that counter well.
Nicely done, managing to save themselves there.
Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
Two men that are the epitome of resilience. Punk and Eddie always fight with everything until that final bell.
This is going to be as much a psychological match as it is a physical one. I'm sure Eddie is looking to lie, cheat, and steal his way to victory here.
Perched up top.
Oh, the high risk gave no reward there.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut, only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his incoming.
Diving knee drop. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before. Sky high.
Oh, the knees at the last second.
Oh, kick connects. Oh, what a club. Spin kick to the midsection.
Punk dodges out in time. Kicking all the wind out right there.
Oh, look at this. Out to the apron.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? On the apron. The hardest part of the ring. Guerrero's falling victim to the onrush right now.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie.
From the top. All the way down to the floor.
Crashing and burning. What a miss from up high.
Inverted vertical suplex. Nice sit-out powerbomb.
And guys, Eddie's going to need to dig deep into his playbook if he wants to come back against Punk now. Setting course to the top turnbuckle.
From the heavens.
No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
Returning back to the ring. Again? He's making the climb again? I can't believe this.
The ref's count continues. He better hustle back into the ring. Was getting
From the top.
Uh-oh. Counter.
Lift off.
Wow. Cross body.
Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Flying.
what a crossbody.
Just amazing. Athleticism being shown here.
And now he's headed out of the ring. A little cockiness here from Punk.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation.
Feeling the energy and ready to bring it to his opponent.
Things are heading ringside now.
And now thrown back into the ring. Running Hurricane Rana. Uh-oh. It saw what was coming there.
From above.
Here we go.
Whoa! Hurricane Rana.
Unbelievable athleticism.
Oh, what are they going to do here? Oh, the clover leaf!
Check out the torque on the back.
After everything he's been through, will he give in right?
An excruciating hold here. But somehow Punk has found a way out.
Hooked up.
Ah, shit breaker. And an elbow from the middle rope. He's got a mind to count out rules as he heads ringside. Guerrero spreading the heat through the arena now. Less and less time remaining on the count. He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
Airborne!
Whoa, look out.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. Into a German suplex.
And his ribs may be smarting as it seems his torso is the target du jour. Oh, that one busted up Eddie.
The arm absorbing the damage. Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Eddie needs to start reacting quicker.
And now he's back into the ring. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count. Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles.
Whoa, what an axe handle. Bam! Launching.
You gotta be kidding me.
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Back into the ring now.
Okay.
And he chooses to leave the ring.
Holy, meet the barricade. Guerrero, and that'll put an abrupt end to his little one-man show.
A steady stream of moves taking out Eddie.
Punk is determined right now.
Well-placed knees to the hamstring.
Using that barricade with great effect. Oof!
And Punk gets countered there. Guerrero might be waking up.
Eddie was being tested and was finally able to get some offense of his own in. I'm getting dizzy just watching.
He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout. And here he is, heading back into the ring. And just barely made it back in. Heading to ringside now.
What the fuck is the apron?
Clubbed with the back fist.
Counters to gain the advantage.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
Boom!
Oh, look at this. Out to the apron.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. The hardest part of the ring.
And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
In danger of being counted out. Now's the time to get back to the ring. Things are getting risky. This will not end well.
A back suplex right onto the apron. Look at this. That is incredible. What a crossbody.
Great in-ring IQ on display there.
Stop right to the belly. Caught the leg.
Punk now locks in that double underhook. Hoisted up and backbreaker. He needs to get in the ring before the count runs out.
Take off. Good Lord, taking flight.
A true sight to behold, only made better by that picture-perfect landing. out.
Bang! A springboard cross body.
Making that type of athleticism. Doesn't look easy when it is anything but.
Getting back into the ring now.
Eddie giving the universe a little bit of that charismatic Latino heat. I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade, but don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie breaking those barriers will keep the best in the world from giving everything he has to defeat Latino Heat. Oh, that's got to sting your back.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Guerrero is showing some vulnerabilities in his game. And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back, go to sleep.
No way Eddie's coming back from that.
Climbing to the top. What's he thinking?
Adjusting their opponent against the turnbuckle.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole. Each man is going to pull out all of the stops to earn that final, decisive victory.
Arm drag provides an escape.
Hooked up, and boom!
High red district for CM Punk.
Look at the height.
Frog splash!
A strong head scissors application, and now the elbows. Oof.
Ooh, vicious kick to the spine. Uh-oh.
Cutting it off with a stiff gut punch.
Into a dragon screw.
Game changer.
Back and forth. This has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero.
Fighting spirit. CM Punk looking to end. Rhodes playing the role of savior here.
An arm breaker. And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Punk is determined right now. CM Punk hoists his opponent.
Boom! GTS.
Will that sew this up for Punk?
2. Punk did it here in Chicago.
Here is your winner, Saiyan Punk.
This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience.
Let alone in front of your hometown, on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.
No.